We humans have so much in common. We breathe the same air, we drink the same water, and we all have the privilege to live on this marvelous and unique planet in this universe. And all of us can be this drop that starts the next massive ripple. Ripples, the ripple effect. Every drop is unique, as every one of you is unique. And every ripple effect is also unique. And today I will share some stories about amazing people who started ripples, who changed this world. And I want to inspire you as well to take action and to believe in yourself and your dreams to make this world a better place. Already when I was a kid, I remember how people inspired me. And we humans are continuous inspiration for one another. Because every one of us is different, and we always do things a little bit like others do it, or think about things. So when we change, our surrounding changes. And for me, I was 8 years ago. I had a dream to travel to Mexico without money. And it was a dream for sure. I thought, like, maybe it's not possible. But I had this dream. And together with two of my friends, we wanted to travel to Mexico without using money to show that humanity is so much more than what we think, and that we can trust in our fellow humans, which we don't know, in complete strangers. And that our brothers and sisters around the world are good people who help us, especially when we have a good cause. And we wanted to raise awareness with this journey that we all have the responsibility to take care of our planet, because we are here as a guest on planet Earth, and we should take care of it. Often we think that taking care of the environment is something we have to do because it's nice and it's important. We want to protect the environment, the nature, our ecosystem. But we actually have to learn that we need to protect ourselves because we need this ecosystem. We are dependent on our planet. And so we actually went on this journey, and it was amazing, the experience which we made. People helped us, which we never met before. They shared their car, their sailing boat, their house, their food, and everything what we needed during this journey. And we wanted to raise awareness that worldwide there are a lot of things which are wasted, especially food. And so people made this journey possible. What I learned from almost 1.5 years traveling around the world is to be humble and to appreciate what we often take for granted, like our family, our friends, our health, to have enough to eat and to drink, to live in a peaceful environment, and to pursue our dreams, to have the privilege to take care of things which are not our basic necessities, but to make this world a better place. And after getting back from the journey, I decided that I want to live in a money strike. People ask, what is a money strike and why a money strike? It was not a hunger strike, it was a money strike to really motivate the people to wake up. It was a wake-up call that we need to take actions. We cannot just look at the world getting destroyed, and we are one of the biggest destroyers of this world in many million years on this planet, but that we have the possibility to turn the wheel around and to save ourselves and the ecosystem. So with this money strike, I wanted to raise awareness, reach millions of people to believe in themselves and in their power to write history and be the change they wish to see in the world, like Gandhi said it. And during this journey, I discovered that actually everywhere we came to, there was food waste. Food, precious food, which was wasted. And worldwide, we throw away 1/3 of all food which is produced. In Europe, we even throw away 50% of our food which we produce and the food which we imported. So to just give you a better picture of 1.3 billion tons of food which we are wasting every year, we look at Germany, where it's just 20 million tons of food. And that's one truck full of food which we waste every minute. So I wanted to do something against it. And I started to dumpster dive. Already before the journey, I've been to thousands of bins around the world, and I've seen that this is a global problem, a global thing which we need to solve. Especially because with all the food which we are throwing away, we could feed all hungry people in the world 4 times over. So we have enough food, it's just a big, not very efficient system, a big mistake of overproduction instead of spreading, sharing the food, and that we have the power to change it. For sure, we can just leave it and say the politicians should do it, the organizations should do it, and the industry should do it, but we can also, like everything else what we want to change in life, start with ourselves. So I started to take the food out of the bins, and then I thought, what can I do to provide everyone who wants to save food legally before it gets thrown into the bin? And then I started the food saving movement, which spread rapidly all over Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, and has today more than 30,000 volunteers who spend their time saving food for more than 3,000 cooperating food businesses who rather share their food than throwing it away. And I'm very proud of each of these humans who share their time and energy to save the precious food, which is full also of energy, water, labor, transportation. So it's not only the food which we throw away, but everything which comes behind. But I realized that even if we've done a great job and saved millions of kilograms of food, that we are still wasting 50% of food in Germany, and that I need to do something else. It was already 5 years after I started my Money-less life, my money strike. And this is my lovely, my beautiful wife, Nieves, which I love so much. And she was bearing me with me for many years because I was not so easy to live with in this money strike. I was very dogmatic, very extremist. I wanted to show that everything is possible without money. But I also realized that not everything is possible. And at the point where my family suffered, I needed to take a step back and say, okay, 5 years was a long time. Now let's see what I can do, maybe with money, to create even more impact. And so Nieves helped me to free myself of my own castle, of my own little prison, and to start the moneyless, to leave the moneyless life behind and start with a life where I can live with money and pay my rent, but also where other people who follow their vocation can pay their rent, doing something against food waste for the appreciation of all food. So last year, I decided I want to make food saving mainstream. Mainstream meaning so that consumers, private people, and businesses have it easy to save food, and that the food waste which we have right now, we can massively reduce. We have a revolutionary concept with food outlet stores. We actually opened our first one 6 weeks ago in Berlin, where we save food and sell it up to 70% cheaper. 20% is donated to charities. And we start very soon our online shop with same-day delivery service. And we will create a marketplace to match demand and supply of surplus food, not only for the industry, farmers, producers, but for free for non-profit organizations who are tackling food waste already. So we want to empower organizations and people who are already today tackling food waste, like in Germany, the Tafel, Food Chain, and many other organizations. And I'm very proud of my dear co-founders and friends, Martin and Alex, and the entire team of Surplus who made already so much change. But enough about me, enough about what I can share, what I did. I want to talk about you and about the ripple you can be in this world. And I have something here which I want to show you. That's maybe your first action. There's some food here as well in the room later on for you. And we have this very nice takeaway boxes. So eat as much as you can, enjoy, and the rest please take home and enjoy it later. And maybe take this also as a little thing after the TED Talk into your life, to don't waste so much food anymore, and this will spread, I'm very sure. So people, since decades, since centuries, wanted to fly, and they tried everything, and they failed. And they failed, sometimes they even died, but the idea that we humans want to fly survived. And that's very important point. Even if we sometimes think, okay, we failed and we were not successful, that it still created a ripple. Because one ripple creates another ripple to another ripple until one human or several humans finally achieve what we wanted to achieve. And these two geniuses, the brother Wrights, Wilbur and Oliver Wright, they tried to fly. And they finally succeeded. So they put all their passion into this topic and they made it, even if a lot of people said it is impossible to fly. And this is another very cool guy with a beard which is longer than mine, growing in probably decades. And he, Johannes Gutenberg, he tried to make reading and writing mainstream. He tried to enable people to share their vision, to share their wisdom with others in an easy way, accessible also for everyone. So over 500 years ago, he invented typography. And he laid therefore the foundation for millions and billions of people to read and write, and laid the foundation for all or almost all inventions which happened afterwards. You probably know her, Rosa Parks, a very courageous woman, also called the mother of the freedom movement. And it was a very simple act. By sitting where she was not supposed to sit, she started a revolution and was one of the main figures against the racial segregation in the United States. So she was doing what she felt was right to do. And I want to tell you that it is very important to listen to your heart. And even if it's sometimes forbidden or you shouldn't do something, if you listen to your heart and that's the right thing to do, follow your heart and follow your dream to do it. And then apart from Rosa Parks, there were some other women, very, very courageous, who said, we not only want to sit on one seat, we want to even have a steering wheel in our hands. And the women, they achieved that on 26th of September this year, even in Saudi Arabia now, every woman are allowed to drive. And I want to say something at the end to you. We all look to the big figures who changed a lot in this world. But it's also about these really small steps which we take in life. And we want to change a lot sometimes, but it feels like a big mountain. And therefore I want to share a little story of someone who was living in the north of Scandinavia, in a little village where it was almost the entire year covered in shadow. And an old man came with a little spoon, went up to the mountain, and a neighbor asked, what are you going to do? And he said, I'm going to move this mountain. And the guy said, yeah, but you cannot move this mountain. He said, no, I cannot do it alone. But we can do it together, and somebody needs to start. So whatever kind of goal you have, whatever kind of mission you have, project, everything what you want to achieve for yourself or for the community, for animals or the nature, it's not that we can always achieve it and that we will make it, like with the flying, but we can take these first steps and the next steps. And that's something very achievable. So use the genius within yourself to follow your dreams, follow your heart, follow what you really want to create in this world, the sense, the vocation of your life. And I want to finish with one very humble, or which touched me very much. What Buddha said, thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases, by being shared. And I want to add that happiness is contagious. So what are we waiting for?